Hi, my name's Matthew, and for those who don't know, I'm on a Mounjaro weight loss journey, but it's a little bit more than that. It's a journey to reclaim myself, because I've lost myself over the years. Life gets in the way. You know, things happen. I've become a dad to two beautiful girls over the last 5 years. I've moved from town to town, city to city. Heck, I've moved from country to country over the last 10 years. I've had a variety of different jobs, from working in emergency services with the ambulance, to working as a bouncer at a pub, to working as a nurse in a nursing home. I was a traffic warden for a little bit. Don't hate me, I was a nice one. My point is, I've been there, I've done it, I've lived a huge amount of life considering I'm only 37 years old. But it takes its toll, and I'm not where I want to be physically or perhaps mentally. And that's what prompted me to start my Mounjaro weight loss journey. Why Mounjaro? Why not hit the gym? Frankly, I don't have the energy. I don't have it in me. I did sign up for the gym, and I went once, and I didn't go back. It's not for me at this stage of my life. Running around after two small kids, you think I'd be fit enough, but unfortunately that's not how life works. And I could only see myself going downhill. I'd been to the doctors, I'd asked for help with my weight loss, and they gave me the standard typical runaround that most doctors give when you talk about that kind of thing. My blood pressure was continuously through the roof. I had really bad irritable bowel syndrome symptoms. Quite often I was housebound because I was too scared to go out in case I needed to run to the bathroom. That's a terrible way to live your life, but it's just another one of the reasons why I decided to go down the Mounjaro route. What's my weight loss target? When I started this journey, I was 136 kilograms, which is just over 21 stone. My goal is to get down to between 90 and 100 kilograms. So I have a fair way to go, but I'm confident that I'll get there because I'm dedicated, and I know that I can do it if I set my mind to it. And the benefit of being on Mounjaro is that it just makes it that much easier, because it flicks something in your brain and it makes it feel achievable. Unlike many of the other diets and fads that are out there where you're starving all the time, this is completely different, and for me, it really is a game changer. But is there a deeper reason why I've chosen to go down this path? Is there a deeper reason why I've chosen to use Mounjaro? Yeah, there is. As I mentioned earlier, I'm the father to two beautiful young children, and I want to be here for the long run. I want to be able to push them on swings, run around after them. I want to be here to walk down the aisle one day if they ever get married. I don't want to leave my kids in a world without their dad because their dad was too lazy to do anything about his poor weight. And being obese is a life sentence. It is a death sentence. You will die from that. Maybe not straight away, but the extra pressure you're putting on your organs and your body on a day-to-day basis, it takes its toll. And I wanted to change that before it was too late. Now, a lot of you are asking, what do I eat on a day-to-day basis? And look, it varies. Most mornings I'll have an egg for breakfast, and I'm talking about a boring, plain, hard-boiled egg that I've cooked the day before. I get it out the fridge, I peel it open, I might put a little bit of salt on it, and that's it. I'll also have a bottle of water with my egg. So every time I eat, I'm making sure I'm drinking plenty of water so that my stomach fills up with water rather than food. For lunch, it's normally a slice of brown seeded toast, no butter, and I might cut up a tomato and put that on there with a bit of salt and pepper. And again, thanks to the Mounjaro, that's filling. I'm finding that I'm full after eating these things. Again though, you must have it with water. And then for dinner, it's whatever is being made in the house. So whether that's pie and mash or fish and chips, whether that's steak, egg, tomato, whether that's chicken and salad, it's whatever's being made. But the key is portion control. And thanks to Mounjaro, I can only eat so much before I really don't want to eat anymore. I'm feeling full much quicker than what I would have before. I'm the kind of guy that would eat a 12-slice pizza by himself. Now I struggle to get through 3 slices of pizza. And I've only been doing Mounjaro for a month and 2 weeks. That's insane. 7 weeks. And I've gone from 12 slices of pizza to 3 at a push. The good thing about Mounjaro is you're not restricted in what you eat. You're restricted in how much of it you can eat. So if you're craving a pizza, if you're craving McDonald's, if you're craving that Chinese takeaway, go get it. But don't order as much as you normally would, because trust me, you're just wasting money at that point. You won't be able to eat it and you'll end up throwing most of it away, because there's nothing worse than refried rice. How was I when I first took my injection? I was a little bit nervous, to be honest. I didn't know whether it was going to hurt or not. Spoiler alert, it doesn't. And I wasn't sure whether or not I was going to get those awful symptoms that we've all heard about. Spoiler alert, I didn't. I was really lucky, but my journey is not the same as your journey, and everybody will experience different things. I'm not a doctor, and you do need to consult your own healthcare professional before you undertake any sort of medical treatment that includes weight loss injections. When I first used my Mounjaro, I decided the best place for me to inject would be my stomach. I figured that would be the least obvious place where it would hurt, right? I thought there was more fat there than anywhere else. And it didn't hurt. I have since used my upper arm, and again, there was no pain. I would recommend taking the needle and the Mounjaro out of the fridge 10 to 15 minutes before you use it, just so it can come down to room temperature or come up to room temperature a little bit, which helps if you do use it and you get a little bit of a sting from the liquid. The sting is because it's too cold. So take it out of the fridge 15 minutes before you intend on using it, just to let it adapt to that room temperature so that it's not a shock on the system. When I first started 7 weeks ago, I was tracking everything. I was keeping a diary. I started off with my initial weight. I would document what I ate, whether I had any symptoms, how much water I was drinking, and I'd done that for about 3 weeks. And then honestly, it got boring and I stopped doing it. I didn't want to focus on all the numbers and all the statistics and writing everything down and being too over the top with it, especially if it's something I intend on doing for the next 12 months or more, because that's a huge undertaking. What I would say is, if you're going to experience symptoms or side effects, perhaps keep logs on those days with things that you've eaten, because a lot of the time, from what I can tell, symptoms and side effects are typically caused in relation to something that you've eaten. So in my experience, I had pasta, I had a dodgy belly, and I overate one evening and I had a mild headache for half an hour. But those are the only symptoms that I've experienced in the 7 weeks of using this Mounjaro, which is absolutely amazing. Now, besides the obvious weight loss, what's something that I wish to achieve? I want to be able to walk my kids to school without being out of breath. I want to be able to climb Ben Nevis in Scotland and bring you all along with me. In fact, that's one of my goals when I reach my goal weight. I want to be able to run down the street after my kids, or run in the park and kick a football. I want to be able to do all those things without being out of breath and looking like an embarrassment. And I want to feel good about how I look. I want to walk down the street and feel proud and not ashamed of being the fat bald man. So look, to anyone who's thinking about starting Mounjaro, I think personally it's a really good idea. Speak to your doctor first, make sure that it's for you, and make sure that you're doing it for the right reasons. It's not a quick fix. It's not a let's do it over a month and get a beach body for summer and then stop. If you do that, you'll put all the weight back on. This is about taking time over a period of 12 months or more to retrain your brain and how your brain thinks about food, so that when you do come off of it, you're not going to fall back into old habits. If you've enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing and clicking that bell notification down below. It really helps out the channel and it lets me know that you're interested in what I'm talking about. If you're watching this because you're considering starting Mounjaro or you've just started, drop me a comment. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know how you're getting on. Let's form a community and together we can be better people for it.